Hey folks, Dr. Brian King here, and I would like to read to you an excerpt from my book, The Laughing Cure. This is towards the back. It's a little section I call it Final Thoughts, so you can imagine, you've read the whole nature of the book, and then you're right back here towards the very end, and it goes a little like this. When I was in college in Austin, I was a huge fan of the Jerry Springer Show. Unlike other talk shows that came on late at night and was absolutely absurd, Jerry would host discussions on outlandish topics, usually involving some sort of scandalous and possibly incestuous infidelity. And almost every episode would spontaneously break out in fights or nudity or both. Unlike other shows of that genre, Jerry didn't seem to be interested in helping others. Just letting them pummel each other or rip each other's wigs off on stage in Chicago for a few minutes. It was base level entertainment. Before such shows became the norm, and my friends and I ate it up. Apparently it's still on the air in some form, but I remember the early years of the show. My favorite thing about the show was Jerry himself. Despite the train wreck playing out on his stage every day, he was a very intelligent, well-educated man. In fact, I sometimes saw parallels between his life and my life. His family settled in New York, and I was born there. He went to school in New Orleans, so did I. He earned a graduate degree, as did I. And his professional career has taken some very unexpected turns, as has mine. Ultimately, he landed on TV, and here I am, a comedian with Hollywood aspirations. At the end of each show, he would let his education shine through with a very thoughtful and articulate final thought. Here then is mine. Over the course of these pages, I have discussed how wonderfully awesome laughter is. It's one of my favorite things to do, to laugh. It brings people together and contributes to our quality of life. It has a multitude of health benefits. However, as beneficial as laughter can be, it is important to keep in mind that it is not a cure for anything. It helps our immune system, but is not a substitute for any treatment. So let's not toss aside our medication in favor of a few good daily laughs. It can help reduce or ease our pain, but it's also not a magic pill. It can help reduce our stress and suppress some of the destructive thoughts that provoke anxiety and depression, but laughter alone cannot prevent or eliminate disorder. Improving our mental and physical health is a long-term pursuit that might involve us making some really difficult changes to our lives. But laughter can ease the process. It can be the lubricant that helps the machine function. At the bare minimum, laughter makes us happy. Certainly nobody needs to be happy. Plenty of miserable people live productive lives, but as I often remind people, we only have one life to live, and we don't know how much of it we have left. Our behavioral choices impact the quality of that life. We could decide that things are fine the way they are. We can decide, perhaps not consciously, to make them worse. Or we could decide that we'd like to make them better. The choice is ours. As for me, I prefer happiness over sadness, and health over illness. So I choose to take life less seriously. Hopefully you will join me in this, and let's all add a little more laughter to our lives. As Jerry Springer would say as he'd sign off, take care of yourself and each other. I would also like to add, please, whatever you do, try to stay off the Jerry Springer Show, or whatever the modern equivalent is. Thank you. And thank you, Jerry, for all of your entertainment and your inspiration. Rest in peace.